The Snake Drawing by W. Rose. Most of us think of snakes as fearsome symbols of death, but the snake in this poem is itself a victim. In this poem, the poet says that the snake tries to escape from being hit by the stick held by a person who is trying to kill it. The poet wants to say that all snakes are not harmful. We human beings have a notion that snakes are dangerous and try to kill them as soon as we spot one, but this is not true. The poet tells us how a harmless green-colored snake tries to hide behind the green bushes in order to save itself. Let's see the poem. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin, long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanished in ripples among the green slim reeds. Let's see the explanation of the poem. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. Here, the snake is trying to escape from being hit by the stick that is following it. Pursuing means the stick which is following. Pursuing stick, the stick which is following. Now, as a snail crawls, curvings of thin long body means the shape which is making while its body twists and turns, and it forms fascinating shapes. He glides through the water away. The snake moves. Glide means moves through the water in order to save itself. Oh, let him go, the poet says. He pleads to let the snake escape and hide behind the thick bushes, as it is harmless. The small green-colored snake is harmless even to children. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. The poet says, till it was spotted and chased away by the person holding a stick, it lay quietly in the sand. Now, in order to save itself, the snake disappears in the ripples of water and hides in the green bushes of mashy plants. Vanishes means disappear. We'll read the poem once again. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. Now let's see the literary devices. Here we can see there is no rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme is absent, so the poem is written in free verses. The first poetic device which we can see here is transferred epithet. What's a transferred epithet? A transferred epithet is an adjective that grammatically qualifies a noun other than the person or thing it is really or actually describing. Here, for example, to escape the pursuing stick. Here the adjective pursuing is used with the stick. As I said earlier, the meaning pursuing is following. Here, the stick is not following the snake. Actually, it is to suggest that some person with a stick in his or her hand is chasing the snake. Hence, the transferred epithet is transferred from the person to the stick. So, when the poet says pursuing stick, it doesn't mean that the stick is following the snake, but a person who is holding the stick is actually following the snake. And the snake is not afraid of the stick, but the person who is holding the stick. It knows that the person who is holding the stick will harm it, so it is escaping from the person who is holding the stick, not a simple stick. The next poetic device used is imagery. The poet uses a certain description that is appealing to the senses of the readers. He describes the beauty of the snake as small and green and the reeds as green shined reeds. This gives a mental picture for the reader, so the poetic device employed here is imagery. The next poetic device used is personification. We find that the poet refers to the snake as he. He would refer to a human being. The poet says he glides through the water, and in another instance, oh, let him go. Usually, the pronoun he is used only for human beings. So, when the snake was given a human attribute and used the word he, personification is employed. The next poetic device used is alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of a sound. This sound is a consonant sound and the repetition can be present in two or more consecutive words. Example for alliteration is, he is harmless even to children. He and harmless. Her sound is repeated and that's alliteration. The next poetic device is enjambment. Throughout the poem we can see enjambment. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick. The first line continues to the second line, that's enjambment. Again, the sudden curvings of thin long body. The third line rolls to the fourth one, that is again enjambment. How beautiful and graceful. That line continues to the next one, that is also enjambment. So throughout the poem we can see enjambment is employed. Let's summarize the poem. In the poem, a harmless green colored snake tries to save itself from being hit by a person who is chasing it with a stick to kill it. The poet says that the snake is harmless even to children. People fear snakes and when they see one, they try to kill it with a stick. The snake tries to save itself and hides behind the green colored bushes of marshy plants growing in the water. It hides in the ripples of the water body in order to save itself. The snake disappears behind the marshy plant here. Let's see the question and answers. What is the snake trying to escape from? Answer. The snake is trying to escape the person who is chasing it with a stick and is trying to hit it. Second question. Is it a harmful snake? What is its color? Answer. The snake is harmless. It is green in color. The third question. The poet finds the snake beautiful. Find the words he uses to convey its beauty. Answer. The words used to describe the snake are beautiful and graceful. Fourth question. What does the poet wish for the snake? Answer. The poet wishes that the snake saves itself. The fifth question. Where was the snake before anyone saw it and chased it away? Where does the snake disappear? And the answer. Before it was seen, it was lying in the sand. It disappears behind the marshy plants. That's all for today. Let's see in the live session later.